In the years of eBay and drop-off stores like I Sold It, buyers and sellers are able to create a culture of temporary ownership that appeals to most any consumer. It has really changed the way we think about owning goods. In the book Future Shop, How the New Auction Culture Will Revolutionize the Way We Buy, Sell, and Get the Things We Really Want, author Daniel Nisanoff shows us how to get the most out of this process. Well, this morning, David Goldstein from I Sold It on eBay is here. He's going to help us understand that whole culture this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Brenda.
This book offers fascinating insight to the way we hold on to things and why.
That's right. It really is a paradigm shift in the way we think about owning goods. What this book says is that with the rise of eBay and the creation of a secondary market for just about anything, savvy consumers will buy goods with the expectation of reselling them after a few months or a few years and trading up to something better. It's what he calls a new culture of temporary ownership.
Yeah, Nisanoff also calls us a nation of pack rats.
And he's right. And if you don't believe him, look in your garage or your closet and you'll see what he means. We've been taught from the time we're little that it's wasteful to discard things that are still perfectly useful. So instead, we're taught, hang on to them because you might use them again one
That's
day.
right. But we don't do that.
No, we don't.
want to hold on to stuff and hold on to stuff. Let it go,
That's right. Let it go. It's all about emotional attachment. I mean, designs change every year, okay? Technology improves. And so we always want the latest and greatest golf clubs or skis or designer clothing or what have you, but we still hang on to that stuff that we're replacing because of our emotional attachment to it. It's like burning money every year.
Is the emotion what makes us so irrational about doing things?
Yeah, well, I think in part, and in part, we just really haven't had any alternative up until recently because, you know, eBay's only 11 years old, okay? So up until eBay came along, there wasn't really a resale market for things except big-ticket items like houses and cars, which we're used to buying used. So what are you left with? A garage sale? You know, that's terribly time-consuming and inefficient. You're not going to reach that many people. You're not going to get a very good price for your items.
So eBay is changing things, but still we're holding on to thousands of dollars in items that are laying around in our homes.
That's right. eBay's created this secondary market like the stock exchanges match people, buyers and sellers up. But the problem is what Future Shop says is that buying on eBay is easy, but selling on eBay is just way too difficult. You have to invest a lot of time in learning how to use the site, taking good digital photos, the whole process. Ultimately, the time that you invest in selling your item is probably more valuable than the money you actually receive from the sale.
There was a Nielsen survey that shows we have about $2,000 in goods that we could cash in on at any point, but we don't do that. Why isn't everyone going after that money?
Because it's just too hard. It's just too hard. And that's where, you know...
That's where I sold it on eBay.
Like And Nisanoff talks in the book about drop-off stores, or he calls them drop shops, like I Sold It, as facilitators of this new auction culture. That basically an eBay drop-off store like I Sold It has the right tools and the right expertise to be able to get the best value for your item, number one, but also to do it way more efficiently than you ever could. There's a neat quote in the book that he says that with drop-off stores becoming as ubiquitous as Starbucks, the hassle of selling our goods will disappear. It will become just as easy to sell things as it is now to buy them, and all we'll have to do is want to take advantage of the opportunity.
That's it.
So we're thinking about ownership in a totally different way. Buying with the expectation of reselling the item when its usefulness to us is less than its resale value on eBay.
Sort of like leasing a car.
It's exactly like leasing a car. It's creating a whole new way of thinking about how we own things. And just like leasing a car, when you're only paying for the amount that you use, okay, you can afford to buy superior, higher quality goods. Okay, it's like the difference between leasing a Lexus versus a Kia. Okay, you are going, instead of buying a cheap baby stroller or an inexpensive purse that's only going to last for a year, you can afford to buy the Bugaboo stroller or the Hermes purse or what have you, because the actual cost of owning that is what you pay for it minus its residual value when you sell it later on eBay.
You must look at people and say, what's wrong?
Yeah,
why haven't you let
why
things
are you
go?
holding this? Because
That's
they're upgrading, but
Yeah.
they're not getting rid of the old stuff.
That's right. Thank you so much for sharing that information with us. To purchase Future Shop, how the new auction culture will revolutionize the way we buy, sell, and get the things we really want, by Daniel Nisanoff. And for more information about I Sold It, log on to isolditdfw.com, or you can call 1-877 I sold it. I got rid of it. I got some money for it. Gary, Amy.
I think I'll just sell my entire garage.
Yeah.
Hey, Valentine's Day is next week, and the pressure is on to buy that perfect gift. So how about saying be mine with jewelry up next? The folks from Pampalonia have some ideas and some good advice.
And discount deals and big sales. Now's the time to shop for fall and winter clothes. Our fashion expert tells us what items will still be in style next fall.